Hello, this is a little bit extra from me to you today, and if you are an S-type man, you must listen to this, because this will open your eyes to the reality side of things and take you away out of your fantasy world. You need to hear the woman point of view. If you respect women, wonderful, great. If you want to listen and understand women, wonderful, great. If you want to worship and serve women, excellent. This is what we want. Is there anything else to talk about? Yes, the meaning of these three things to the women, especially the last bit of the worship and service. What you imagine the definition of these two words might be is most likely not the reality, because you are coming from a point of view of a man, and an S-type man, which is the opposite of the point of view of the C-type lady, and C stands for control. You need balance, you crave balance, and you're looking for a woman to fill that gap, to find your perfect half, to find your yin and yang, for the weak to meet the strong, for the strong to meet the weak, and to create balance in the end, right? You are the big boss at work. You come home, what do you want? You want to surrender. You want her to be above you. You want to submit to her, help her, worship her, and serve her, because you respect and love her for the person that she is. This sounds ideal to any woman. Where do we go wrong? Where do we go wrong? The definition of the term serve, the fantasies that we try to live out with these women, the fantasies that we project onto them and think that this is exactly what they want, but it is the opposite of what they want. This is why it rarely works unless you get proper training and unless you listen to me when I'm talking to you like this. This is the shortcut for your happiness. This is the shortcut for you to find this balance. Listening to the opposite side, listening to the C-type woman talking to the S-type man. It is about her to start with. We have to start this loop somewhere. Of course, in any relationship there is give and take, and you have to start at a certain point. You give first. You give first by listening, by understanding this woman, or any other woman that you choose to be your partner, that you choose to be your second half, that you choose to be the source of your balance, inner balance. You have to understand them first. Understand what they like, what they want, what they crave, where is their missing part of their inner balance. And this is where you come in with your skills, with your wonderful personal qualities, with your physical abilities, and so on. Without understanding, you cannot fill that gap. Do not misunderstand that every woman of the C-type is exactly the same and wants exactly the same things. Just like for the S-type man, you are not all the same. You are very, very different. There are some common qualities, but not much at all. And I've learned this from experience, that you are as different as anybody else, and that there is so little that you can really classify you by, that it is almost impossible to generalize here. The same comes to me. When I'm wearing this yellow t-shirt, which is nice and cool in this climate because it's cotton, and a skirt, also good for the weather. Why am I not, say, wearing black nylon stockings? And if you enjoy seeing her happy, seeing her smile, and seeing her pleased by giving something that you enjoy giving, then it is wonderful if it works. But sometimes what she wants is not what you are willing to give. And if you're willing to surrender and give her control over certain parts of your life, that is good. But first you have to check back with her if this is what she wants. She might want completely different type of service from you, different type of taking care of her, different type of worship. It is really dependent on a woman. You see, I have a friend here in Thailand on Samui now who is also looking for this type of man, and she enjoys control in the relationship, yet she is single. Why? Because everybody who offers her something that they want themselves, that they enjoy doing, but that has nothing to do with what she needs. And you don't know where you go wrong, she doesn't know where she goes wrong, and this is where we meet for a conversation like this, to discuss both sides of the story, to ask each other questions and to share so that there isn't any misunderstanding. Like with normal sort of standard type of relationship, women are from Venus and men are from Mars, in that order. And often there are misunderstandings why men don't listen and women cannot read maps, and there are books written about it. But for the S-type and the C-type, there is less books written on this, and it's just less common, right? So we don't get much guidance, and we don't really address these issues because they're not commonly accepted. But this is totally normal if you don't talk about, I don't know, your sex life or private stuff in public. It is as normal as anything else. It's just us being the minority and not socially acceptable yet makes it all awkward and secret and whatever else it can be, makes us hide some part of ourselves. I'm not saying that by having a dominant personality in the relationship, which I think is totally normal for a female, because it's good. When a guy does everything you want, when a guy is serving you, when he makes you happy in the way you like to be made happy, what relationship can be more fulfilling than that? You get what you want, you're taken care of, you are loved. All your needs are fulfilled and you are complete, you are at balance. You are this happy person because there is no gap, there is the balance inside you. Your yang found its yin, and you are expressing this through your guidance to other people so that they can find the same type of balance, right? And again, speaking from experience, you are looking for that person to come into your life and bring what you want with them. It isn't like that. You approach a person and you ask them what they want and you give them that and enjoy that act of giving, whatever that might be that they like. She might enjoy food frobs, but she might enjoy shopping out with her partner. And she might enjoy long conversations. It is very, very much individual. And you are not to mistake your fantasies for reality. A yellow t-shirt is not black nylon stockings, because this is what she likes. Does that make her less controlling, less dominant in the relationship? No, that has nothing to do with it. This is something to think about for you. Think about, reflect back, and see if you are too much into the fantasy. And if you are into the fantasy, you need to come out from the fantasy into the reality and understand that unless you do come out of the fantasy, you will never find that inner balance in this part of your life. At work, yes, with friends, yes, your life is perfect. you are a perfectionist, you are doing it well in every area of life. Yet this area that seems to be quite small is taking up a lot of your mind space because it lacks balance, because it's filled with illusion, filled with fantasy. You have to express that through respecting women, through serving women in the way they like to be served, not in the way you want to be serving them. Two separate, different things at totally different ends of the stick. Okay? Okay. Tell me if you need any more advice and what sort of questions you might have.